In today's news, BVI makes significant increase to fines for breach of quarantine.
Nicola Noel starts a viral post that, of course, is a local woman. A viral post that sees hundreds of BVI residents giving back just in time for Christmas. And today we are interviewing the Director of Corporate Communications for the First Caribbean Bank that is all the way out of Barbados on their newest Christmas art competition. All that and so much more when 284 News returns.
Money in the sky.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah.
I need room for my legs. I got a baby. I need some money. Yeah. I need teeth for my egg. A little bag and take it to the store.
Right Where Food Market is launching $250 out of our money cannon at our live Christmas drawing every Friday until Christmas. To enter, you must be 18 years or older and jump in our money square in front of our Right Way Passenger store. No registration required. See you there.
Hello viewers and welcome to another edition of 284 News. It is Friday, December 18th, 2020. Friday before Christmas, that is. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. It is definitely our pleasure to be coming to you live straight out of the BVI with your local, regional, and international content.
Absolutely. Viewers, I am so honored and refreshed to get into today's newscast because lots of good news coming your way. We'll begin with a local woman who has really gone viral, Kyla, by simply making a post to Facebook. Now, viewers, in the spirit of spreading cheer and giving back for the Christmas season, a spirited local woman started a post on social media, that is Facebook, that allows persons to donate new or used items to other persons in need right here in the BVI. Little did she know the post would go viral. Now, Nicola Noel's post reads, and I quote, "Free, no selling. Christmas for anyone. Free. What is that one thing you cannot afford but you need right now? Let's see what others say. Maybe you have it, maybe you don't need it. You can pass it on to them or have a connection to get it. Perhaps we can help each other. Again, together we can get through this. Please, no selling. This is a given post. Happy holidays." End of quote, viewers. Now, Nicola's post yielded over 837 comments with lots of needs met just in time for the season. Now, speaking to our newsroom just today, Nicola said, and I quote, "I became inspired after I came across this post on another platform outside of the BVI, and the feedback the post received was truly amazing. I believe myself to be a giving person ever since I was a child. My heart always longed to give back to those in need as much as I can. So when I saw the post, it dawned on me to share it on the Real BVI Community Board page." Now, viewers, though she was inspired, Nicola admits that she didn't feel courageous enough to pursue it. However, with the assistance of some friends and, of course, some extra encouragement, she decided to go for it. She further said, and I quote once again, "The response has been amazing. I never imagined so many persons would have supported the initiative, and the outpouring of love has been incredible. I am filled with so much joy to see the people of the BVI open their hearts to give to others without hesitation. I can honestly say I felt true BVI love." She also added that she also said that scores of BVI residents have benefited from the initiative. She said it was a blessing for so many persons as a variety of items were given to those in need. Persons received groceries, stoves, dining tables, clothing, shoes, etc. She said, "We have remarkable people living here in the BVI, and I just want to say thank you to all of those persons that gave. I truly appreciate the love and support." Now, viewers, as if that is not good enough, the outpouring of love and support has further inspired Nicola to create a Facebook support group called BVI Fireflies. She said, and I quote once again, Massa, and of course we all know Massa, he was one of the persons who encouraged me to share the post, and Giovanni Percival, who came up with the idea of forming the group and are also admins with me. It is a platform where we want all of our members to feel comfortable asking when in need without discrimination, and for persons who post items they may no longer need so someone else can benefit. Viewers, at 284 Media, we are so proud to share this story, because I think it's a perfect reminder, Kyla, that there's so much selflessness within our shores. And I think now more than ever, even if we didn't see it before, once COVID-19 hit the BVI and across the world, what we saw is selfless, compassionate persons coming forward and saying, even in my lack, I can share and I can give with you. And I think this is what BVI love looks like.
Most definitely. This is an amazing story to start off the newscast with. We are in the holiday season, and we're talking so much about what the holiday seasons really mean. And it's about giving. And especially now in 2020, with all that we have seen,
Yes.
I think we should be so appreciative. And I'm definitely loving this. The part when she was saying that she wasn't necessarily courageous to go ahead with this, but she had persons behind of her telling her, hey, this is an important post and you need to do it. So we're definitely glad that she did that.
Absolutely.
And I love that it's now expanded into a whole other group.
Absolutely.
So persons definitely go out and check that out.
Absolutely.
Now, as we move on, in a live press conference just last evening, Minister of Health and Social Development, Honorable Carvin Malone, gave an update on the Cabinet's decisions that will continue to address any deficiencies in the territory's reopening protocols. Now, viewers, after authorities caught on to some tourists breaching quarantine protocols, we see where our leaders sprang into action and was really adamant in reviewing the penalties that were attached to persons breaching the necessary protocols. Now, Cabinet met on Wednesday, the 16th of December, and decisions were made surrounding this issue. Now, hear what Honorable Malone had to say.
In our efforts to ensure everyone's safety and to continue to address any deficiencies in our protocol, Cabinet met on Wednesday, the 16th of December. Decisions were made in our attempt to address the uncooperative behavior of persons in quarantine and intent on breaking the laws and protocols of the British Virgin Islands. Cabinet decided to increase the level of fines under the COVID-19 Control and Suppression Entry of Persons Regulations 2020 as follows. Persons who deliberately tamper and damage the geofencing device face a fine of $2,000, up from $125. Persons who engage in unauthorized visits with a person in quarantine face a fine of $5,000, up from $500. Any person who contravenes the protocols or guidelines as set out in the regulations face a fine of $10,000, up from $1,000.
Now, viewers, we see where the penalties have increased significantly. Where it was just $500, it's now increased to $5,000. And Javon, I think that this really speaks to the fact that we have to keep persons accountable. At $500, $100, that was something persons could afford. So hopefully now we seeing more expensive penalties, persons will refrain from breaching these protocols.
I'm so happy and refreshed to see us revisiting these protocols, simply because just yesterday, Ron and I had this conversation on how lenient some of these penalties are and these fines as well. And we were looking at it in comparison to what happened over in the Cayman Islands with a couple, an American girl and a local guy being fined 4 months in prison. And I think that is what sends a very strong message.
Right.
And like you said, with the increased fines, this will definitely help to deter bad or illegal behavior.
I do
Because
agree.
one of the things we have to consider, and we have to, of course, stay on top of this, as much as the BVI is so dependent on the tourist dollar, we cannot compromise our safety
We definitely
and
can't.
really retard all of the hard work and sacrifices we would have made as a territory in the past.
Most definitely. Now, viewers, there are other decisions that came out of cabinet on that day. Take a look at what they had to say.
To improve the government's approved transportation, GAT, capacity to accommodate or visitors at the various ports of entry, as well support the transportation needs of guests during their 4-day testing, Cabinet decided to allow hotels, resorts, and charter companies with approved gold-sealed transportation services to be utilized under the direct authority of the Director of the Taxi and Livery Commission. This is intended to reduce the present demands on the government-approved transportation services. Recognizing that a number of persons continue to be challenged with obtaining the COVID-19 RT-PCR results for entry within the stipulated time due to the high demand in various countries, Cabinet decided to allow for the processing of waivers of the pre-arrival test in exceptional and verifiable circumstances to belongers and residents.
Now, viewers, in that clip, we saw where Honorable Malone spoke to the fact that residents and belongers that are trying to come into a BVI with specific circumstances, let's say they can't get their test before traveling, they can get a special waiver because the government do understand that to get that test within that time in certain jurisdictions, there's just an overflow of things right now. So I think that's very important. And I think we really see where the government, as they go, are trying to revise things as they realize how situations plan out.
And that's the state of what we're dealing with. It's a fluid situation, and it's important that we continue to adjust. But also, as it relates to the fines, I do remember just recently us dealing with a very sensational story: persons sailing into the territory illegally, tourists,
Yes.
and being fined $1,000 each. Now, viewers, the laws have also been revised to, instead of being fined $1,000, a captain can be fined up to $100,000. And worse yet, for persons who are harboring illegal persons here in the BVI, $100,000 fine as well, and up to 10 years in prison. So clearly sending a very strong message, and I'm really happy to see the BVI government doing exactly what needs to be done in order to deter these illegal activities and, of course, to protect us here in the Virgin Islands. Viewers, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, there's lots more happening, so stick with us.
The win. Oh!
What are the hell?
I'm freaking out.
Is time.
284 News.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin', what's really good, what's happening, what's up?
Davis has won it for the
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, students all across the BVI now have the opportunity to be a part of a regional art competition launched by the First Caribbean Bank. Now, today we had the honor of catching up with the Corporate Communications Director out of Barbados. So listen in. Hello, viewers. As promised, we are here with the Director of Corporate Communications at the CIBC First Caribbean Bank, all the way out of Barbados, Mrs. Deborah King. Welcome to 284 Media.
Thank you so much, Jovan. Thank you for having me.
All right, Mrs. King, when we think about the Caribbean culture, art is certainly very much intertwined, and it's something we take time to celebrate and really nurture in our students, especially. And by way of your corporate social responsibility, you guys have now extended a Christmas art competition. But before we jump into the details of that, Mrs. King, can you tell us a little bit about the First Caribbean brand?
Sure. CIBC First Caribbean is an amalgamation of the Caribbean operations of Barclays and the CIBC West Indies, and we were formed in November of 2002. And we have a long and rich history of banking in the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, this year marks 100 years for CIBC in the region. Barclays presence stretches back, I believe, to the 1800s. So we've been around quite a long time. And we pride ourselves on being a Caribbean bank and understanding Caribbean culture and the Caribbean people and their financial needs. We are not just a financial services company. We pride ourselves on being a partner to the region and developing a relationship. Relationships are extremely important to us as a bank. So, as I said, we pride ourselves on developing relationships with the people around the region. So as far back as when we were formed in 2002, we have donated 1% of our prior year post-tax profits, which typically runs anywhere between $1 million and $1.5 million US dollars back into the communities that we operate in.
All right, I love it. That is the corporate social responsibility. Now, of course, the Christmas art competition has been launched to give our students an opportunity to express their creative side. What was the inspiration behind this project?
Well, as you know, we have been quite active in our communities every year that we've been in existence, and particularly so this year during the challenges brought on by COVID-19. We have provided relief for clients who have asked us to do so, who have taken loans with us, but we have also increased our giving to the communities in which we operate. Just agreed, and we've started giving the money, a portion of the money that we would usually spend on our Christmas parties, into the communities to help provide people who are having a little hard time this Christmas. So we're working with the Salvation Armies across the region and other feeding programs. So we were looking at other ways in which we can contribute this Christmas. And we thought that the kids, being home from school, they are not as active as they would be in regular Christmas vacations, in regular time. So they're spending a lot of time at home. So we thought that we would have an activity for them to take part in during the Christmas holidays. And art, as you said, is a unifying activity. Kids across the region can take part, and they can enter their art and win some prizes.
Excellent. So we have two categories with two very special themes. The one that really stands out to me, I think both of them are equally important, but getting into the minds of our kids on saving, speaking to, of course, financial literacy at such an early age. Tell us, how did you guys go about choosing the themes?
Well, we looked at the potential topics that would be easy for the kids to assimilate and to portray through art. And we thought for the younger ones, as you know, we have a junior savers account, which kids can sign up for. And so financial literacy is part of our mandate to assist our clients in becoming financially literate, not just selling them loans, but work with them as a financial partner. So it starts very early, the type of discipline you need to be a saver. And so we thought that we would concentrate the younger kids, their entries on why it's important to save. For the older kids, well, a lot of them are tech savvy, probably using their mobile phones, and some of them might be into mobile and internet banking. And digital is a very important aspect of the service that we provide our clients. As a matter of fact, digital became extremely important for us during the lockdown periods when people were able to access their funds continuously using the digital channels that we offer. And I don't think that I would be boasting too much if I say our award-winning internet and bank and mobile banking platforms, which have really, really been helpful to our clients. So we figured, given that digital and becoming a digital bank is part of our plan, that we decided to focus the older kids on the bank of the future and how they see it evolving and how they see the financial services company as their partner in the future.
Well, those are excellent and very timely, especially now in a time where technology is really the catalyst that is taking a lot of businesses forward. Just tell us, how can persons sign up? And I know that you guys also your corporate footprint spans across the region. Are all of your destinations, students in those destinations, are all of them eligible for this competition? And of course, how can they sign up and be a part of it?
Yes, well, we've decided that this is going to be a region-wide competition. As I said, we're in 16 countries across the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean. So any child in any of our countries can sign up. We have established a special mailbox, which is art competition at CIBCFCIB.com, art competition at CIBCFCIB.com, and they can send their entries there. Given all of the restrictions around the region with COVID, and we thought it best for people not to bring in a physical entry. So we're asking them, do your artwork and email it to us, take a picture, or if you save it online, send it to us at that mailbox. We've established judging panels in each of our 16 countries. Okay. So we here at head office in Barbados, we will distribute the entries into those judging panels, and they will select the winners by each country. So it's someone in your country who is well-versed in art and who will be judging your entries, and they will just let us know who's won.
And that's excellent also because whoever's on the ground will be familiar with the climate and the culture as well. Mrs. King, I think this is an excellent competition. Before you go, what would you like to say to your supporters, your clients, your customers throughout the region, especially for sticking with the First Caribbean Bank brand throughout this very challenging season?
Well, as you know, our clients are extremely important to us, and we strive to provide excellence in service at all times. We may not get there always, but we try our best to assist our clients wherever possible, however possible, and when we don't quite get it right, to fix it as quickly as possible. And we'd like to thank everyone for sticking with us throughout this very challenging period. We assure you that we are there for you throughout the challenges that are probably going to be ahead of us until the pandemic is at an end. And we would like anyone who needs our assistance to reach out to us, talk to someone, and we'll be there for you. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our clients and wish everyone the happiest of Christmas and all the best for 2021.
All right, viewers, that was the Director of Corporate Communications of the First Caribbean Bank. They're launching the Christmas art competition. It spans across the region. So, of course, students between the ages of, just remind us of the ages once again, Mrs. King.
The ages from as young as 4 and up to 18.
Up to 18
So
years old.
Yes, there are various categories on our website, www.cibcfcib.com. And anyone who's thinking of taking part can log on and go and see the rules of the competition, how to enter, and the various media that they can use to be a part of the art competition.
All right, students, this is your opportunity. Students, teachers, encourage the students and parents as well. Of course, this is a great way for them to express themselves creatively as they think about what the future looks like. It was such a pleasure hosting you, Mrs. King. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and the happiest and healthiest of Christmas to you, Jovan.
Same to you, Mrs. King. Take care.
Take care.
Now, Javon, that was an amazing interview with the Director of Corporate Communications at the CIBC First Caribbean Bank. And really and truly, this initiative is definitely an amazing one, because we always speak about investing in our children when it comes to the arts. So I really love to see the corporate community now tapping into that energy and the talent of Caribbean students.
Absolutely. And the themes, Kyla, the themes are very interesting. I think for the young group, we're talking about how can we save. But I love, even with the older group, they're tapping into what the future of banking looks like. And of course, utilizing digital technology. And I think it's really encouraging and nurturing a culture not only of financial literacy, but also helping us to condition our kids and our students, really, their minds for what's to come in the future and looking ahead. And of course, expressing that through arts and creativity is something we've always been pushing for here in the BVI.
And when you look at it, that's also pushing for financial literacy, which I think is definitely something that we need to talk more about.
Absolutely.
In the Caribbean on a whole. So I love to see our financial institutions taking a step and taking that responsibility into their hands to teach our younger generation about financial literacy.
Absolutely. Viewers, today was such a special day as it relates to Christmas
Bonanza.
Business Bonanza. We made 2 stops. We stopped over at Truffle.
Yes, I was over at Truffle. She gave away a 2-for-1 special. So I know some lucky winner out there won that. So that was an amazing time.
Excellent. And then we were over at SJE Repair and Decor. Of course, your one-stop shop for all things home decor. Just a beautiful, amazing collection. And I know there are lots of persons still doing their last-minute shopping. Kyla.
It's definitely not last minute at this point. We still have a full week to Christmas.
It's Caribbean culture.
Yeah,
this is what we
not
do
last
every year.
minute till the
It's
clock
Christmas
strikes.
Eve.
Yeah. So definitely check out those businesses that we stopped by for the Christmas Business Bonanza. They have some amazing specials. It's been an amazing week.
Absolutely, viewers. And of course, so much to get into. The saga continues next week. So be sure to join us again on Monday. But for now, you can check us out via our 284 Media website over the weekend. Check us on Facebook at 284 Media, on Instagram and Twitter at 284 BVI. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenisha Forbes. Of course, we will see you again next week as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media. Have a happy Friday, everyone.
Bye.
The win. Oh!
What are the hell?
I'm freaking out.
Is time.
284 News.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin', what's really good, what's happening, what's up?
Davis has won it for the Lakers.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.